Please stand for the presentation of colors. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Singers.
Good afternoon, friends, teachers, administrators, and parents. Welcome and thank you. We are graduating. Can you believe it? Four years ago, most of us walked into Woodrow's Hall as nervous as we were on our first day of school. We were the freshmen, the lowest on a totem pole. Now, 4 years later, we are leaving the school behind to a whole new crop of people, most of whom are just as nervous as we were when we arrived. In some ways, it has been a long 4 years, and in other ways, a short 4 years. Long because we spent a lot of sleepless nights working on Mr. Evatt's projects and preparing for IB and AP tests. Short because of hanging out with our friends and all the fun events that we enjoyed. Good or bad, long or short, I'll always remember our school. Even though we did some pretty childish things, our teachers still loved us and spent their valuable time teaching us to become a better people. We will never forget our great teachers at Woodrow Wilson High School. As I told, we spent many nights working on group projects together, and it takes that kind of teamwork to survive anywhere in life. And we had trouble over the last 4 years. However, parents and administrators helped us get through all of them. Without them, we would not be here participating in this graduation ceremony. I'll be going to college, as will many of our classmates. More of us yet will go to various branches of the armed forces to help keep our country safe, both home and abroad. Others may get right to work or even take a year or more off to decide what they want to do. I want this world to watch out. These people, the class of 2014, will become leaders wherever they decided to go, and will move our world to a better place. We will create ideas, we will make better communities and society in which we can trust each other. We, the class of 2014, will lead this world. Congratulations, class of 2014, we did it. Now I would like to introduce Janet May, our Salutatorian.
Good afternoon. It is with great honor and happiness that I present the class of 2014. In our class, we have a vast array of talents ranging from dancers and singers to debaters, and of course, academics. For the past 12 years, we graduates have shown determination, perseverance, and commitment to reach our goals. Now, we are here being celebrated. Despite our differences in opinions and ideas, each and every student of this class has made and will continue to make every teacher and parent in this auditorium proud. I am certain that everyone here is eager to go forth, to continue to learn, but most of all, to engage in a community with a wider scope than our high school. I stand here today as a salutatorian because I, along with my fellow valedictorian, am the top of this class. We were in the grueling International Baccalaureate program, and after finishing 3 painful weeks of testing, we are both ecstatic and to finally be able to rest and celebrate today. Throughout this year, we explored lessons in Walden, Absalom, and The Handmaid's Tale. We have learned a lot about sacrifice and peace through our studies, and our learning was enhanced by copious amounts of essays and inadequate amounts of sleep. These 4 years have been filled with a lot of work that seemed irrelevant at the time, but now I see that they have taught everyone so much, even if it was just how to procrastinate. However, it is not enough to merely look back upon these 4 years of learning and complaining, and yes, we did whine quite a lot. Our path has led us here today, but I would like to focus on the future, since that is where all of us are heading. In various novels read, and in recent events too, and yes, class, I am talking about the senior prank, it is evident how it is important to have a clear mind and to realize that sometimes our actions can be taken out of context. How quickly it was that members of this class turned on each other over the actions of a few individuals. However, I am quite proud of how quickly several other students took a stand and expressed their opinions about the importance of unity in the long run. I know that the idea of unity is something that many of us cringe at because it can be seen as conformity. We may justify our disunity by saying that we shall never see many of each other again, but we must also recognize that we are Woodrow Wilson High School's class of 2014. That alone should create a feeling of camaraderie because of our 4 years spent at Woodrow. Looking at multiple perspectives is going to be difficult, but it is necessary if we expect to succeed in the future. Life is full of misunderstandings, so we must look at both sides to help alleviate these misunderstandings. This results in a broader-minded individual who is collected and willing to cooperate by trying to understand those who have different opinions. The class of 2014 contains many passionate individuals. Each and every one of us is pursuing something different, and it is important that when we make the final decision about what we are going to do with our lives, we choose something that we are passionate about. I have heard many students vocalize their dreams and ideas about the future, and all I have to say is follow your dreams. Do not let society oppress whatever you are passionate about. After all, it is you, not society, who will be living your life. As freshmen, we were learning our place in high school, afraid to be ourselves for fear of not fitting in. However, as sophomores and juniors, we realized that fitting in does not matter. It was then that the class of 2014 started to become who we are today, passionate individuals eager to leave the comfort of Woodrow and to step into our lives beyond the school's walls. And now we are here, eagerly awaiting to receive our diplomas and to say goodbye to Woodrow. However, before we continue this ceremony in honor of all the graduates, I want to emphasize that there are many people who inspire confidence and passion within us. Although each and every teacher present has taught us many lessons, both practical and impractical, there are several teachers to which I want to express my sincerest appreciation to. To Mr. Hathorn, whose passion towards history have taught me to major in what I love. To Mr. Lundberg, whose lighthearted but quite helpful advice in reading and writing have taught me about patience. To Mr. Long, whose strict yet helpful attitude have taught me about practicality. And to Mr. Irby, whose attitude towards math and life in general has taught me about never giving up. Lastly, I would like to express my deep gratitude towards my brother and my parents, whose unwavering support have given me the strength to never give up, even when life became extremely difficult. I wish to thank these individuals because they have led me here to be speaking with you all. And so it is with great honor and happiness that I present to you the class of 2014. And now I present to you also my fellow valedictorian, Luke Witten.
Good afternoon. Before I begin, I'd first like to extend just a huge thanks to my salutatorian, Janet May. Gosh, this tassel. My salutatorian, Janet May, and our class vice president, Woo Young Choi, for their opening and salutatory addresses. Now, I'd like to give a brief introduction to this speech. Against my mother's most sincere wishes, complaints, and even bribes, I decided to title this speech, among other things, What I Learned in ISS. Against her better judgment, sorry Mom, I'm going to talk about the incarcerated end to my last day of high school and how that showed me a lot about Woodrow and my high school experience as a whole. So here it is. First, I should stipulate that when I say in-school suspension, I mean the more politically correct focused learning lab. At any rate, I was put in the ISS or FLL, whichever acronym you prefer. It's not really important how I got there, so regardless of the actual events, I was put in ISS, and I'd like to take this opportunity to give a public, sincere apology for my transgressions. So now in ISS, instead of checking out Jacob Salmon's latest tweet or playing a mindless game, I begin observing my companions and peers with me. I can honestly say that I had never spoken a single word to or shared a class with any of my fellow students. And we decided to break the first rule of the Focused Learning Lab, and we, the misfit collection of fallen students, began talking. I heard stories from one student to another about how they were put in ISS, or what their plans were for the weekend, or what their plans were for after high school. I learned a lot about my new friends. What I learned more than about the individuals themselves is that I had been at Woodrow for 4 years now, and I had never stopped to think about the people in my school that I didn't know. It had never occurred to me how every single person sitting here before me is valuable to our class and to our society as a whole. This will be the only preaching I do in this speech, but I think we're all guilty sometimes of going through the motions, and I implore you, and myself as well, to go throughout life and observe and appreciate the things that you usually wouldn't. Because there is so much worth that we simply glance over. And I think there is a tremendous amount of worth and pride that we should have collectively as the Woodrow Wilson class of 2014. We are much more than students who received enough credits and behaved well enough to walk across the stage today. There is a major difference between normal high school students and being graduates of Woodrow Wilson High School. With Woodrow, the school is not only a place where people learn. Within the archaic red bricks, Woodrow teaches the teachers and students alike how to be better people. This can be observed through every graduate here today. Friends and family, think back to your graduate as a freshman. Think about all the ways that your graduate has grown and developed and changed during these 4 years. Now, my fellow graduates, think about the person you were when you were nervous and scared, walking into our school for the first time as a 14-year-old. Being a part of this school has helped prepare us for what comes next, be it college, military, or the workforce. Education has only been a small part of our education. We've grown from our extracurriculars, athletics, performing in visual arts, outside academic pursuits like debate and robotics, church, and many others. We are all unique, and in the words of Mr. Black, we are free, autonomous beings. And if I may add to that, we are free, autonomous beings who are worthy of our freedom. As we take our next step in each of our journeys, we move forward not as students who took the required Englishes and maths and sciences. Instead, we will go into the world as wildcats. There is genuinely something special about 100 South Glasgow. And just a few weeks ago, we had our baccalaureate service downtown. Towards the end of the program, the alumni present lit candles representing the everlasting Woodrow spirit. And they shared it with the class of 2014 by lighting each other's candles. At the time, I thought the ceremony itself was a bit cliche, with the symbolism of passing on the Woodrow spirit and so on. But I've thought about it more over the past few weeks, and now that we're actually moving on from Woodrow, I think it really does mean something. Each individual here has been greatly moved and influenced by the spirit of Woodrow, and the intangible set of values instilled in all of us will carry on through our lives. As my classmate Janet did in her speech, I also have some thank yous to share. First, I would thank the school and idea of Woodrow Wilson. It has given us all the gift of community and the eternal spirit of the red and gray. Next, Mr. Richardson and the rest of the administrators, you've made this school great. I mean, even though we've been mutually frustrating at times, and I think, Mr. Richardson, you've really lived up to your motto of excellence then, excellence now. Now I thank the teachers. You are all incredibly talented and intelligent beyond belief, and you've changed the lives and affected the futures of all the students in this room. I would personally like to thank Mr. Lundberg for your brilliant use of the green pen, Mr. Hathorn, because your inspirational facial hair speaks softly and carries a big stick, Mr. Evett, for your neutral and open-minded opinions and giving me confidence when I had little. For Mr. McGee, for giving me light in my dark, dark junior year, even though we read like Heart of Darkness and Dante's Inferno. Mr. Beard, for believing someday I would be able to act. You were wrong. And Mr. Irby, for hopefully keeping us out of prison with our minimal understanding of calculus. I would also like to add that every one of these graduates, given the opportunities, would have their own special thank yous for all of you teachers who are here today. Thank you. Next are the friends and families. I thank all of you who are here supporting your graduate today. You have been here for us through the good times and the bad, and we are infinitely grateful for letting us lean on you. Finally, I thank you most of all, my fellow class of 2014, for showing me the importance of unity and spirit. I am so proud and humbled to be a part of this class and the Woodrow community overall. You have worked tremendously hard, and you've demonstrated your mental and physical strength. You are all brave and strong-willed, and you have the right and responsibility to be free and happy. And on a final note, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Thank you. And after the choir performance, I'd just like to go ahead and introduce the class communicant, India Hearn.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is India, and I will be introducing our board member today. For the past decade, Marath has served as president of Minute Menu Systems, a company that helps child care providers in administering a federal food program for low-income children. His company streamlined the program, improved the quality of nutrition offered, and helps feed roughly 1 million children a day throughout the U.S. He has had a passion for public education for years, is an avid reader of information about school reform, and believes firmly that our school system can be changed so that all of our students succeed no matter what their backgrounds. With a belief system that continually calls him to serve others, Marath has participated in numerous volunteer activities locally and internationally. He has volunteered in our schools and as a mentor big brother. He helped organize a trip to orphanages in southern India to set up clean running water systems, and he volunteered at an eye clinic in Mexico, where he was lucky enough to meet another volunteer, Dr. Laura Vondra, who is now his wife. Never one to shrink from a challenge, Marath has hiked Mount Rainier in Washington and climbed mountains near Mount Everest in Nepal. He received a BBA, summa cum laude, from the George Washington University in DC in 2.5 years, thanks primarily to the International Baccalaureate curriculum offered at his public school alma mater, Garland High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mike Marath.
Good afternoon, Woodrow Wildcats, class of 2014. How does it feel? That felt a little mediocre. How does it feel? Excellent. Well, I wanted to bring greetings from the Board of Trustees and wish you all congratulations on a long journey, completing a rigorous course load at Woodrow Wilson High School and prior to that. And I also wanted to say thank you to all of your family that are here today and that have supported you over the years and put up with all of your drama up to this point, and undoubtedly will continue to put up with those of you who are moving back in with mom and dad after whatever comes next. So perhaps we could all applaud everyone in the audience for coming to join you today. I never quite know what to say at a commencement address. Theoretically, it's to try to impart some sort of words of wisdom to y'all as you go through this next phase of life. But actually, I thought I would take a page out of Luke's book and talk about the joys of in-school suspension. I spent a fair amount of time in that myself in high school and learned quite a bit about that, how to be quiet when people were watching and not be quiet when people were not watching. And that's an important lesson, I think, in life. But part of that is that, I'm a testimony that you too can survive in-school suspension and live up to your wildest dreams. You can be elected to the local school board, for example. So there's really nothing that's beyond your reach, no matter what stupid thing that you do in high school or even some of the stupid things that you do beyond that. So embrace all the stupidity in your life. It will teach you well for many years to come. That's right. I like the applause for that. That's good. I was reflecting back on my trip to Nepal. So I climbed this mountain next to Mount Everest, and I think for you that as you sort of look forward in life to challenges that you can embrace, there will be many challenges, large and small. Some of the small challenges actually turn out to be quite a bit larger. But when I think about the trip up Island Peak near Mount Everest, one particular word of wisdom I think comes to mind is that as you guys do whatever it is that you're going to do next in life, and it can be something fantastic, it can be something mundane, it can be miserable, so much of what you're about to embark upon, they don't describe in the brochure. If you're looking at colleges and you get this pretty pamphlet about all the things to expect in college, or as you apply for a job, and You know, you go to the guy that you're going to get the job from, and say, oh, we're going to, you know, take good care of you here, and we'll treat you well. So that doesn't always necessarily happen. So climbing mountains, for example, seems very, very picturesque. As you're standing in the Himalayas, you're surrounded by some of the grandest beauty that God has put on the planet. There are mountains that tower to 29,000 feet all around. What they don't tell you about is that to get there, you have some of the worst headaches that you will ever be exposed to. Some of your team has to actually be airlifted back to lower altitudes. And then there's the repeated bouts of diarrhea along the way as well that, again, you just don't necessarily count on. So all I'm saying is that as you proceed through life, there are challenges that aren't in the brochure. And those challenges can be tremendously informative, and they can be joyful, and they can be tremendously painful and miserable along the way. But that's sort of life as we know it. You guys have completed the first big journey in your life, the first big step in your life. You are matriculating to the next phase in life, and I don't know where that next phase is going to take you. It could take you to the tops of mountains, and it could take you so you're passed out somewhere on the street, hopefully to the tops of mountains. Those are not necessarily mutually exclusive outcomes either. But what I can tell you is that you get out of life what you put into it. Life takes grit and tenacity and hard work and effort and in love and compassion. And if you're willing to give it that, then you will see colors more clearly, and you will taste things more vividly, and you will smell things that other people don't smell. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's not so good. But life really is what you make it. So I wish you the absolute best, and I wish you lives filled with love and peace and triumph. God bless.
At this time, I would, I think first I need to keep a promise that I made to some of the seniors, so say cheese. You look great. Okay, first off, there's a couple of groups I'd like to recognize, and if you would stand when I call your group. First off, all of our IB Diploma students, please stand at this time. And remain standing. And if all of our honors graduates would please stand as well. Thank you so much. As principal of Woodrow Wilson High School, I hereby affirm that each candidate has met all requirements for graduation as determined by the state of Texas and the Dallas Independent School District, and they are qualified to receive their diplomas, or they are otherwise qualified to participate in this graduation ceremony consistent with the laws of the state of Texas and the Dallas Independent School District.
And as the superintendent of the Dallas Independent School District, I am pleased to confirm the certification of the class of 2014 of Woodrow Wilson High School.
As a board member for the Dallas Independent School District Board of Trustees, I am pleased to award these diplomas, certifying that these students are graduates of the Dallas Independent School District.
Luke Pace Witten, Valedictorian President with highest honor. Maria Jeanette May, Salutatorian with high honor. Robert Ogden Bolt with high honor. Jimlex Carino with high honor. Catherine Elizabeth Peebles with high honor. Carlette Michelle Weish with high honor. Stephanie Paige Arnold, Secretary with high honor. James Alistair Rutledge with high honor. India Joe Hearn, Publicity with high honor. Joy Eware with high honor. Brittany Nicole De La Verne with high honor. Gabriella Margot Pucciarelli with high honor. Wo Yang Choi with honor. Maya Lamond Abrams II. Liseth Acevedo with high honor. Carla Aguirre with honor. Maria Juana Alcaraz with honor. George T. Alvarez. Matthew David Alvarez. Daniel Mago Amador. Daniel Casey Anaya. Francisco Alejandro Badillo. Xavier Michael Balboa with honor. Stephanie Banda with honor. Shannon Elizabeth Barthelemy with high honor. James Nathan Bass Roberts. Yataria Beaver. Giovanni Benitez. Alex Betzer with honor. Barrett Ashley Blaker with high honor. Gabriella Celine Bogats with high honors. Oksana Dominique Bogats with high honor. Patrick K. Boyce. Patrick Malone Bryan. Omar Isaiah Bueno. Lillian Anna Burnside with honor. Lloyd Ivan Austin. Alejandro Ishmael Caballero. Evelyn Guadalupe Calderon Rivera with honor. Angelica Monique Callado. Alexis Ladon Camp with honor. Angel Noah Candanosa. Yaneth Fabiola Canolira with honor. Eli Angel Cantu III with high honor. Eli Carrion. Edgar Orlando Castillo. Brenda Serda. Gabriela Michelle Cervantes with honor. Destiny Ray Chapa. Maria Cristina Chavez. Vanessa Monique Chavez with honor. Chandler J. Coconaro. Nefertiti Lasea Cook. Fidel Correa with highest honor. Rico Marquez Covington, Ivan Cruz, Laura Anna E. Cruz, Jocelyn Quinneca with honor, Joshua Daniel R.W. Davidson with high honor, Midas M. Dawson, Christian Azal Delgado, Jennifer Delgado, Nancy Araceli Delgado, Wesley Megan Delgado, Irma Valentina de Lacy, Gabriel Suzanne de Runen, Christopher Andrews Chuck, Gabriel Suzanne DeRonan, Ashley Ray Diaz, Daisy Diana Dorado, Alexis A. Downer with honor, Rudy Durate Jr., Michael R. Durham with high honor, Sidney M. Duggins, Jadarius Charles Malik Edmond, Griffith England, Elizabeth Escobar, Oliver Isaac Escobar, Claudia Espinoza Mendez, Jose Luis Estrada, Natalie Marie Fagan, Chase Michael Fisher, Derek E. Fights, Masheka Wineka Flores Ramirez, Sergio Alejandro Franco, Yoselin Galarza with honor, Yasmin Garay with honor, Joanna Garcia, Ruby Garcia, Richard Douglas McKeever Garrison with honor, Gabriana McCabe, Elda Yomara George with honor, Ari Givens, Jesus Brandon Gomez Castaneda with honor, Raul Cisneros, Hector Foz, Alexis Nicole Gomez, Javier Jose Gonzalez with high honor, Jessica Gonzalez with high honor, Celine Gonzalez, Jose Guajardo with honor, Diana Guerrero with high honor, Maricela Gutierrez with honor, Sergio Gutierrez, Jose Isabel Gutierrez Quezada with honor, Esmeralda Lynn Guzman, Aaron Caitlin Halford with honor, Brittany Elizabeth Hardy, Lily Nick Harrington, Jamara Brianna Harris, Michael Dwayne Hendricks Jr., George Gage Alexander Hendricks with high honor, Claudia Hernandez Agayano, Fernando Hernandez Jr., Angelica Petra Hernandez, Ederita Hernandez. Irene Hernandez. Ricardo Hernandez. Eder Alfonso Hernandez Cardona. Lorena Herrera. Sabrina Lynette Holland with honor. Willis Ray Hudson. Marco Antonio Ibarra. Lisette Foz with high honor. Teresa de Jesus Foz with honor. Alexander Charles Felder. Haley Christian Hawkins with honor. Jesus Islas. Furman Jaime with honor. Laura Lisbeth Jimenez. Hector Jimenez Zamorano. Robert Emmett Johnson. Tavion Lamar Johnson. Daniel Juan with high honor. Sheila Yvette Juarez with honor. Govind Deepak Kakad. Patrick Glenn Kennedy with honor. Audrey Lee Canast with honor. Anthony Neil Kaurovich with honor. Alexander John Krukowski with honor. Michael Emmanuel Lamar. Ravana Lawton. Allison Rowe Lazeski with honor. Alma Suzette Leal Cabrera with honor. Arturo Leon. Brian Alexis Leon with highest honor. Cindy Araceli Lopez. Deborah Lopez with honor. Edna Guadalupe Lopez with honor. Alicia Diona Llewellyn with honor. Heron Conrad Lovett. Selena Luna. Tamia Abaron Herford. Daniel Raymond Landers with high honor. Kyra Marie Marshall. Caroline Marissa Martinez with high honor. Gonzalo McKay Martinez. Sarah Martinez. Victor Martinez. Yadira Martinez. Justin Allen McKenzie. Susanna Medina. Maria del Carmen Mieja with honor. Xavier Mieja. Jesus Mesa. Andrew Joseph Michael. Anthony Michelle. DeAndre Middleton. Philip Edward Zach. Ricardo Jose Zacharias. Maria Martha Ybarra. Osvaldo Torres with honor. Desiree Naomi Trevino with honor. Paul Pete Trevino. Margot Channing Underwood with honor. Danielle Yvette Mallard Rivera. Guillermo Morris with honor. Joe Jesus Marquez. Ladarius Hempel. Agnes Nguyen Oana with honor. Andrea Alvera Ortega with honor. Vanessa Cecilia Ortega with honor. Sonia Osorio. Aaron Hayes Overman with high honor. Erebeth Poncheco. Stephanie Pacheco. Elliot Megan Page. Jeanette Alejandra Palamo with honor. Michelle Pasillas Rodriguez with honor. Brenda Pina. Monica Guadalupe Pina with honor. Luz Nareli Perez. Isaac Theodore Morales with honor. Diego Antonio Marino. Ethan Walker Morris. Kyle Amble Morrissey with honor. Christian Lamont Mumphrey. Brianna Munoz with honor. Caitlin Elaine Neely with honor. Maria Guadalupe Nieto with honor. Jack Boyer Noble. Victoria Maria Knight Nord with honor. Blake Vanderwolden Nord with high honor. Louis Ruben Avero. Jack Edward Lane with high honor. Juan Carlos Prieto. Kathy Maria Quintana. Montre Devante Roberts with honor. Brandy Monique Robinson. Christopher Scott Robinson. Alexis Adelia Rodriguez with high honor. Amarani Kabit Rodriguez. Andrew Rodriguez. Deyanira Liseth Rodriguez. Juan Antonio Rodriguez. Judith Maria Rodriguez. Karina Rodriguez with honor. Tamil Mickey Rogers. Jacqueline Rojas with honor. Wendy Estefani Roman. Elaine Elise Ramirez. Elizabeth Ramirez. Maribi Ramirez. Myra Karina Ramirez with high honor. Ray Ramirez. Courtney P. Ramos with honor. Maria Fernanda Reynosa. Adonis Lawan Richardson with honor. Benjamin Jarrell Richardson. Luis Alberto Rios. Julio Rivera. Wendell David Montague. Christina Montalvo. Jude Sierra Moore. Naomi Roman Romero. Madeline Renee Ronan. Samuel Anthony Shaw with honor. Holly Alexandra Sheets. George L. Sistos. Karen Michelle Smith. Kerwin James Smith with honor. Lorena Solis with honor. Tori Lynn Stanfield with honor. John Colley Stevenson. Caitlin Jane Sterling with honor. Samantha Jasmine Tapia with honor. Serena R. Tapia with honor. Xavius Ahmad Taylor with honor. Jacob Matthew Salmon. Edith Nayeli San Miguel. Mitchell Sanchez. Ruby Alejandra Sanchez with honor. Tania Sanchez with honor. Carlos Saravia. Lorena Salcedo with honor. Hector Salcedo. Jasmine Supervida. Edward Soriano. Abigail Quintero with honor. Brandon Raines. Adriana Ramirez. Diana Sarah Lee Ramirez with honor. Maritza Torres. Carissa Eles Vale with honor. Isel Torrado. Alejandra Torres. Jennifer Ingrid Torres with honor. Hannah Avery Weimeyer with honor. John Thomas Weaver III. Harrison Brooks Witzel. Diamante Duro Lexus Whittington with honor. Carrie Williams. Margaret Vaughn Williams with high honor. Tavon C. Williams McKenzie with honor. Bailey Ray Willingham with honor. Maricela Nicole Wilson. Jada Elise Woodard. Zane Kendall Wright with honor. Maricelda Valdez. Caleb Joel Valette. Marina Vasquez with honor. Enoch Adrian Vieira. Frida Sophie Villapando. Lauren Monique Villegas with honor. Solina Maldine Vong with high honor. Tatiana Renee Walker with honor. Corbin Rashad Watts. Jose Manuel Ruiz. Evelyn Ruiz Herrera. Madison Victoria Salazar with high honor. Jose Saldinerna. Clarissa Anise Salinas with honor. Matthew William Ziegler. and Maxwell Peace Zotos with high honor. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodrow Wilson Wildcat class of 2014.
Seniors, move your tassels from left to right. Or right to left.
Hi, stop. I now would like to introduce my good friend and the class secretary, Stephanie Arnold, to give the closing remarks.
Leo Tolstoy once said that even a novel could be written in 6 words and still have a large emotional impact. Although my speech here isn't 6 words, it will be short and sweet, just like the 4 years that we have spent together at Woodrow Wilson High School. After all of our hard work for these past few years, it feels like we're finally done. However, we are still not finished with what we want to do with our lives. I have 2 pieces of advice for you for next year, no matter what you choose to do. First, work hard and be dedicated to something that you love to do. And second, have fun. Your time here is limited, so use it wisely. Woodrow Wilson High School's graduating class of 2014 is extremely diverse in the different paths that we are taking in our futures. Many of us are choosing to get a higher education in college, either in-state, out-of-state, or even out of the country. Others are valiantly choosing to protect our country and join the armed forces. Some are taking a year off to think carefully about what they want to do with their future, and some are going straight into the workforce. Although we are all going into many different directions, and some of us are glad to begin a new chapter in our lives, there is one thing that we have in common. No matter what we choose to do in life, we will always have the determination, the drive, and the honor of a class of 2014 Woodrow Wilson graduate. Thank you.
Would everyone please stand for the Woodrow Wilson alma mater?